I've been in the furniture industry 55 years. Starting at 14, I'm 71, but I've been in the promotions liquidation arena for 35 years now. It was probably about 30 years ago, Ray could tell me, but when the Resource Center was on one of the top floors in the main building, I remember up there and I heard a scuffle in the hallway, and somebody took a swing at somebody, and it took me a while to process what was going on. And there were two brothers, and one of them said, "That's a SOB that did our promotion." And I thought, well, I never want to be the promoter that gets slugged in the halls of market. What I'm definitely proudest of, I tell people when I come, I don't care whether it's Tupelo Market, High Point Market, I miss the old San Francisco Market, or Vegas, that I don't have to be afraid of who I'm going to run into in the halls of market. And I'll see a minimum of 12 retailers that are now in a different role, or that have reinvigorated their business, or reps that I've done business with, or credit managers that I've helped out of a situation. I'm just proud of my interaction with great industry people at all levels. I was born in West Palm Beach, Florida, 1952. I grew up in a furniture family, third generation. My grandfather started in the furniture business in Savannah, Georgia in 1896. My family had 11 stores in South Florida. I remember going to the warehouse with my father on Saturday morning. They had a little scooter for me to ride around, so it was just in my blood. I was born into it, so to speak. Basically, 4 jobs, all in the furniture industry since I've been 14, working at Helmley Furniture, the family chain. Worked at Rhodes when I was an undergraduate at Florida. Didn't dream that I would be a partner in closing Rhodes one day. And when I went to law school, my hours at Rhodes were, when you weren't in school, you were at Rhodes. And then after I got out of law school, we sold the family stores, and I opened a store with a cousin and eventually bought him out. And Goodwill made me an offer to lease my property. And it was a good offer. I looked at it and said, oh, where do I sign? As I say, I chose, back then it was Gene Rosenberg Associates, to do my sale. And they under-promised and over-delivered. And I didn't dream I was going to segue into the promotions business. The person who signed my sale was Judah Zimmer, and he very quickly asked me to partner with him. And the next thing I knew, I was in the liquidation business. Guess on the totem pole of success or respect, I picked the 2 lowest rungs, lawyer and liquidator. And our founding partners at Land Furniture Promotions, Gene Rosenberg, who's in the Hall of Fame, his kind of quiet partner, Paul Cohen, totally different, but the men loved each other, were partners for over 60 years, just amazing. And Gene was the furniture guru, the founder of Bob's Discount Furniture, in the Hall of Fame. Paul was a Wharton School of Business CPA type that watched the finances, but it was a perfect marriage of 2 partners. Unfortunately, within the last 2 years, we've lost both of them, but they've left us a legacy to follow.
You know, I look up to Roy. He's more or less a big brother to me. He's an icon in the business. You ought to just go walk the streets with him during High Point markets. You can't walk a few steps without somebody tugging at him and grabbing at him and wanting to know what's going on and this and that. And you know, I'm glad to see that he's getting the accolades that he's so well deserved over the years.
Currently, I'm most proud of working where I spend a lot of time, New Smyrna Beach, with my relationship with Atlantic Center for the Arts. Certainly within the industry, being able to support and getting involved with City of Hope and some great people there, but to be just a small part of that is fun for me. I get a lot of enjoyment out of that. I don't consider myself an icon. I consider myself a pleasure to have sat and met and worked with so many true icons in this business. I haven't mentioned my wife and daughter, the suffering they did, because one tough part of the promotions business, or my role in it, there's a lot of being away from home. And I can remember the sacrifice that Peggy, my wife of now 50 years, and my daughter who's 43, that they made when I was transitioning into this business. And with age, I learned to appreciate that.
Roy, not as a business partner, but as a true friend. You know, I'm proud of you. And I know that Gene and Paul are looking down on us right now. And Gene and Paul are very, very proud of you, Roy. Thanks, buddy. Love you.
I thank my family for putting me in the business. I thank all the people I work with that support the organization. And I appreciate the sacrifices that so many of our team make to make it possible.